In today's modern world, you will find cities and roads busy with cars, sidewalks with people who have places to go. Most towns and streets are illuminated at night with plenty of lights and means of energy. Often, the thought of others not having the basics of everyday life does not enter our minds. And yet, 10,000 feet above sea level in the Andes, a small village called Antoine lives without electricity. The village, residing in La Bamba district in Amazonas, Peru, cannot even be found on Google Maps. The village has no roads. Anyone visiting has to hike. It makes the basic and everyday necessities that residents in Antoine might need practically impossible to deliver. This is where Leslie Mahoney and Sally Ora, founders of the nonprofit organization Hatun Runa, comes in. For over a decade, they have delivered medical supplies and installed solar panels in the remote villages like Antoine in the northeastern Andes. Hatun Runa delivers books to children. This allows the children to continue their education and will give every child the opportunity to have a book and to read, bringing more resources to help with education on top of building additional classrooms, and will give teachers access with more one-on-one time with the children. Here is Leslie to explain.
There's no plumbing, there's a one-room schoolhouse for the entire village, and now there's a health post. And one of the issues is children. It's very difficult to get them vaccinated because you have health workers running from Leme Bamba to these, over the mountains to these villages with these, little coolers of vaccines. And vaccines have a particular lifespan, and you have to get them to where they're going and vaccinate children in a certain amount of time, and that's really challenging.
Solar panels will help to provide power to refrigerators to keep vaccines from expiring before their time. Properly and in the village, the residents will receive vaccinations in the proper time manner. Solar panels are installed to give the village access to electricity, specifically, into post-delivery rooms, which helps doctors deliver babies in sanitary and illuminating conditions. It takes many hours of hard work and labor to begin from nothing and to turn an unknown place into a functioning village with electricity, an education system, and a health post. But this is precisely what Hatun Runa accomplished. The reward of the first light was an overwhelming feeling of gratitude and success.
Oh my gosh, is this it?
We'll see. See if it doesn't blow the breaker. Okay,
Your light switch over there is not on.
well turn that one on.
Okay.
I'll try the light.
With electricity in the village, now Hatun Runa will educate the village on how to operate and service the system, along with discussions on safety and what to do in an emergency or a power outage.
Every one of these experiences are incredibly meaningful to us and show the impact that we make. Bringing about change in the world, you can have huge organizations, you can have small organizations, but the work that you do is about changing the lives of individual people. And it becomes greater change because person by person, individual by individual, you begin to see the change throughout the community. But it's always about how it impacts the people who live in the area.
Here's what Leslie and Sally said when we asked them how the experience was for Hatun Runa.
It was fun, challenging, and in the end, successful.
We feel that Hatun Runa has been incredibly successful in helping the people in the district and mountains of Leme Bamba, Amazonas, Peru.